Well, good morning.
Good morning.
How is everybody doing today?
Good.
Are we enjoying the Easter? Yes. Well, my name is Reverend Linda Fisher. I am one of the selective candidates that is called forth to be possibly the new minister to lead this center to its next expression. And it's an honor to be here today. I welcome those that are online, and feel free, if you feel that you have been inspired today by each and every one, please contribute joyously to this center. Because we are a center that is very loving, very kind, filled with joy, filled with direction. I felt that very strongly when I was here over this weekend, especially yesterday. There was a lot of deep healing, a lot of realization of how powerful and how loving we are. So today is Easter, and it brings me to a lot of memory. Ernest Holmes says, our three greatest needs are to feel that we are needed, wanted, and loved, to feel that we belong to the universe in which we live, and to have an object or objects upon which to shower our affection. Powerful, right? Powerful. Easter is a time for celebration and is all over the world. In many, many forms of religion, they are celebrating the birth of Christ. And we here in religious science, we know that we are God and we are that expression. So it's like giving rebirth starting today. We're being born again, new. Wow. Wouldn't that be wonderful if we could just start all over again, you know, and know the mistakes that we made. We don't have to make them again because we're brand new. How exciting is that? Just think about that, guys. If we could just do that one moment. Oh, today I can step into a new being. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Ooh, powerful. We could sing, we could dance, we could have fun, maybe go on a different pathway than we started on. You know, those are the things to me of the celebration of Easter. And most of all, the next one. This is not working, Joe. It's not working. Go to my next slide, please. I talk about Easter. I'm going to put that down. When I was a little girl, very, very small, and we all were little at one time, I had the opportunity of being born in Boston, Massachusetts. And I lived with my grandparents, and we went to the Nazareth Church. So Easter was a big celebration. I got a new bonnet, and I got new shoes and a new dress. And I always thought, I couldn't wait to Easter come because I was going to be all dressed up, and the boys would have suits on, and there'd always be little eggs and basket. You know, you'd go Easter egg hunting, and I thought that was a big deal as a little girl. And it reminds me, this picture here is almost similar to my brothers and sisters. There were 7 of us, but this is only a picture of 3, and I thought, oh my God, that reminds me of me when I was little. What was your journey when you were little? What was your Easter celebration? Did you go to Sunday school? Did you have that opportunity of being amongst friends? Did you see kids that you haven't seen in a long time that only come on holidays, Christmas and Easter? And then you could connect again like you had just seen them last week. That's what Easter to me. But more than anything, the minister, I was going to say priest, the minister was extremely, he was so happy, and he was joyous, and he was praising God, and what a joy it was to know that Jesus has risen. And I'd be right there like, yay, praise God, praise God. As a little kid, and the pastor would kind of look at me and go like this, calm down. But those were the times when, growing up to me, when families came together. It was most joyous to me. All of my family got together, sisters, brothers, aunts, cousins. We had this big feast at Grandma's house. I miss those times. My grandmother's not with me anymore, or my mom and dad. But those were the memories that I have. So when Easter comes along and Christmas comes along, I remember those special times. I remember the times of that family connection and how precious it is. And sometimes when we have a mom and a dad, or we have a sister or a brother or a cousin that we're close to, we don't think that maybe someday they may not be there. So sometimes we don't appreciate that. And as Van said, he did my talk already for me. I can go home now. Yes, very much so. But Easter and Christmas was one of my favorites. And I'm sure you all have beautiful memories. Hopefully they're joyous and they're loving and they're kind. And I say one thing that I've learned through my journey is appreciate every soul that comes before you, because they're God's expression. They're your reflection. They're your energy. Love them for who they are. If they're not on a nice, smooth path and it's sort of a rocky road, still love them. Roll away all of things in your life that's holding you back and them back from their greatest good. Can you go to the next slide, please? Rise triumphantly and say, I courageously step into life with all that I am, all that I can ever be. Would you say that with me? I rise triumphantly and say, I courageously step into life with all that I am, all that I can ever be in love. Wow. Wow. We can empower that, rising up. Roll away the stone that's holding you back from your good. All the mistakes, anything or has ever manifest for you, whether it was somebody that harmed you or you may have said something that you didn't like, let that go today. Step into your greatness. Step into the magnificent individual that you are. Because we are all God's expression. It's just saying yes to life. Remember to say, always remember, whoever you're with, always remember to say, I love you before you go to sleep. So important. So many people need that. So many people lack for that. So many people miss that. So it's who we are and how we show up in life and things that manifest, that come into our life. When I was preparing for this talk, I was talking to Reverend Linda. And I said, okay, these are the slides, this is what I want, boom. And then 2 days later, oh, that's no, I'm going to change it. So then I wrote another talk. And then Friday, I said to Linda, oh, I'm going to rewrite the talk again. And she was like, oh my God. So then I never know what Spirit's going to call me as a messenger to tell and to speak to people. So I sort of let go, let God flow through me, and know that what I have to say is important. Because somebody out there needs to hear it. So I sort of kind of get out of the way. So that's where I'm sort of coming from today. Yesterday we went through a workshop on forgiveness. And I was like, wow, okay, why is forgiveness coming up for me? There must be something in me that I need to forgive. So when I did the workshop, there was stuff that came up and things that I had forgotten about. And the important thing about forgiveness, I'll only short subject on this, is that when you can forgive, you are rolling that stone away. You are stepping out of the tomb because you step into your greatness. You're letting go of what never serves you and shouldn't serve you. So when you forgive, you set yourself free. You set yourself free. Incredible feeling, and I do it every single day, and I'll continue to do it probably until I take my last breath. And I plan to live to be 125. And Linda says, nope. Linda is my partner, so she's been with me for 20 years, and it's been my stone, and she's been my support in life, and she helps me tremendously in the ministry. So I have a partner that we connected with. And I've also had a husband, and I also have children. I also have grandchildren. So I had the best of both worlds. I mean, I can't complain. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. Proud to say that she is a part of my life. And I don't know what I would do sometimes if she wasn't around. I think, what would I do? I don't know. But you'll get to know her. You'll get to know her. Go to the next slide, Joe. I love this picture. there's a story, which I'm going to tell you a little story. There was a boy that was growing up, and he became a man. And he was always afraid to go to bed at night because he always thought somebody was underneath it. So he met a psychiatrist at one time, and he just was talking. They had sort of kind of met over in a restaurant. He was having a cocktail, so let's put it that way. And he was telling him the story, how he was afraid. Oh, it was such fear, and every night he went to bed, and it took him a long time before he could go to sleep. And so the gentleman said, well, I can help you with that. He said, if you meet me 3 times a week, he said, I'm sure that we can, in a year, you can overcome that. And the boy thought about it and said, okay. And he said, let me think about it. So he went home, and months had passed. And about 6 months later, the gentleman ran into the boy, and he said, by the way, how come you never called me? He said, I thought you had this issue about somebody under your bed. And he says, well, yes, I did. He said, I figured it out 3 times a week for a year. Let's say that would be 24,300. He said, so I was thinking, wow, I had somebody that helped me cure that. He said, so saving $24,300, I went out and bought a pickup truck. And the gentleman said, really? You went out and bought a pickup truck? Well, how was it, and how did you cure being afraid that somebody was under your bed? He said, well, I met this bartender, and for $10, he told me, just cut off the legs, so now I don't have any problems. It's all perception. That's what it is. And I thought about that. Well, how many of us, when we were little, would always see that somebody was in the closet or somebody was under the bed? And I thought, boy, I wish I had learned that many years ago. I would have put the mattress on the floor. But, you know, it's things that when I read this, I thought, oh, God, that has to be a good Sunday one. Yeah, that's one that it's clean, you know, nobody will get offended. Maybe they can relate to it. So I had done that. Go to the next one. So Tracy Brown says, ignoring the beauty and value and uniqueness of different types of people is equivalent to ignoring God and refuse to see all the ways God shows up as humanity. And when I looked at this, I thought there were so many different cultures, so many different genders, so many different people and journeys that we're on. And, you know, some of them are doctors and lawyers and CEOs and singers and healers and engineers. There's so many, when I think about it, secretaries, nurses, you know, there are equivalent of a whole different atmosphere, a whole different culture, a whole different education for so many people. And when we all come together and we come connected, we find out that, hey, we have something in common. Oh my God, you go to the same hairdresser. Wow. Oh my God, you're singing the songs that I love. When you come and start to think about everybody that we come in contact with, it's a way of saying, wow, life is beautiful. Life is good. When I get up every morning, my first thought is, thank God I'm alive. Show me something new today. Let me touch a heart. Show me what I need to do to make an example in the world. And when you have that consciousness of stepping out and letting go of what holds us into that tomb, as I call it, it's like if we can just reach above that, step out and start new, everything that's behind us, now we can pick that up at any time if we so choose. But as Jesus says, rise up to your greatness, rise up to the beauty and the magnificent that you are. Let go of things that are holding you, that have you in, say, in jail, to have you in that tomb where you can't move on. The children are our future. I'm very, very strong about children and knowing that they are going to take over when we are no longer here and we pass on to our greatness. So to me is when we can be an example of love and understanding and appreciation, we teach them about love and how great they are, that they are enough. Every one of us here are enough. Every one of us here come from a place somewhere in the universe, some part of the world. I come from Boston. You might come from Egypt. You might come from London. You might come from Canada. We all have been in a place of birth. We all have come to a place of coming to this place, CSL of the Peninsula, to be loved, to be honored, and to be told how great we are. So whatever you're holding on to, whatever tomb that you're in, step out today. Rise up to your greatness. Rise up to who you came here to be. Share the love and understanding and the gift that you have. If you sing, rise up. Rise up. Sing, dance. Dance, dance. I used to dance a lot. I don't dance that much anymore. But do the things that you love. Celebrate the magnificence of who you are. That's what life is. That's what this weekend is all about. That's what's happening in every single religion this Sunday. To rise up to your greatness. Because when you rise up to your greatness, it makes the world a better place. Makes the world a better place. You are here by divine appointment. You are here to shine your light. You are here to shine the love that you are. Tell a friend next week, bring another friend, and before you know it, we need to move the walls out. Move the walls out. Raise the roof. It can be done. It can be done. One person at a time. So today, I say to you, celebrate the birth, celebrate yourself. Rise up and be the best and most incredible individual that you have come here today to be. Billy, the next slide. Curtis Holmes says, within us is the unborn possibility of limitless experience. Ours is the privilege of giving birth. So giving birth today is what I have just said. Rise up. Give birth to a new beginning, a new life, a new you. Let go of the old. Go to the next slide. Roll your stone away. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. Say that with me. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. Namaste. Thank you very much. God be with you. Thank you. Thank you, Craig.